50 with a light wind at 6 miles per hour coming out of the northwest. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 32. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 54. Moving into Sunday, about the same with a high of 59 and mostly sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Golf is a game that should be fun, but to have the most fun, you need to play your best. That's where the experts at Golf Plus come in. Their friendly staff will guide you through the buying process, answer all your questions, and can help with any repairs you need along the way. Golf Plus is your custom fitting, club repair, and golf retail shop. Golf Plus staff is non-commissioned and will work with you to find the best product for your game, just like they've been doing since 1988. Golf Plus in Dothan and Panama City Beach. Fitting, repair, retail. That's Golf Plus.
As a realtor, it's important who you choose as your title company. May we suggest South Oak Title? Their offices are modern, comfortable, and state-of-the-art. South Oak Title can close transactions in any location in Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee. Their free mobile app allows realtors to deliver a net sheet in seconds. They provide mobile closing services to accommodate buyers and sellers. Their offices are beautifully decorated, state-of-the-art, complete, safe, and secure. South Oak Title, creating a better title and closing experience through technology and tailored service. Visit them online at southoaktitle.com.
Mid-South Lumber, where they treat you like family. Locally owned and serving the residents of Bay County for over 45 years. See Mid-South Lumber for all of your DIY projects, including windows, doors, siding, lumber, and millwork. Are you building a new home? Bring your contractor in to Mid-South Lumber and meet with a member of their sales team to discuss your framing, siding, windows, and doors. Mid-South Lumber, the biggest little lumber yard in Panama City. 717 West 11th Street.
Is your car pulling left or right? Do your tires look like they're losing their roundness? These are all symptoms that your car is in need of an alignment. Here at Alford Tire and Service Center, we offer all sorts of services, including alignments just for $89.99, which is backed by our nationwide warranty and easy financing options. If your vehicle feels like it's steering you off the road, let us steer you back in the right direction. Located on Tyndall Parkway in beautiful Callaway, we do it all at Alford Tire and Service Center.
I've been in the sports industry for 25 years as a coach, worked with thousands of young athletes, and been fortunate to win multiple national championships. What truly amazes and saddens me after all these years is how many of the problems we see center around parents making youth sports unpleasant for young athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. I've recently partnered with a nonprofit company that prioritizes what is really important in youth sports: kids, conduct at games, and coach education. It's time for a change. Check out trustedcoaches.org.
Hi, I'm Chad Greenway. After retiring from the NFL, I've embraced my new role coaching my kids. Coaches may have the biggest impact on a young person's life. Unfortunately, youth sports are littered with coaches that are focused on the wrong things. That's why it's so important that parents can trust who's coaching their kids. Can you trust your child's youth coach? Our Youth Basketball Association made the decision to utilize trusted coaches to train, screen, and educate all of our basketball coaches. Go to trustedcoaches.org to learn more. I'm a trusted coach. Are you?
Your home for Super Bowl 59. WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota, ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the next evolution of sports talk radio. The biggest stories and the biggest reactions.
Now.
And now we're taking...
With the first pick.
It's the last ball you got to bat. The Inside Drive. From college to the pros. Interviews with the newsmakers, sports betting, your phone calls, and more. And now, The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Broadcasting from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios. On ESPN Northwest Florida.
Got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose. I'm on my way. Needed a friend, and the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end. I'm on my way. Mighty glad you stayed.
Jay?
Jay Henley, ladies and gentlemen. You guys listen to the Inside Drive. It's Friday, and you know that because you heard those sweet Taylor strings bringing us in on this beautiful Friday morning out there, Jay.
Stuck on you, Ron.
Yeah, well, you can release yourself.
Stuck on you, Dave.
Well, we know that.
Oh, no.
We know that. You know what? 2 weeks from today, someone's going to be stuck on you. And, I've got a task that I appreciate David Hayes not letting me use your earphones. Not on?
Oh, can I? Yeah.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
You're on.
I can hear you.
Don't say anything you shouldn't.
Mic check 1-4. 1-4.
Why is it 1-2?
Well, you normally don't skip the...
I'm going to start skipping them.
It's like A, C, F.
You all right?
Yeah, I can't hear anything.
Oh, no. Maybe it's your ears, not the headphones.
Hello? Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Hey.
Hey, welcome to the show, Jay.
That was weird.
I think the volume might need to be turned up a little bit, and you probably need to go see a ear doctor.
And an eye doctor and proctologist, urologist.
Proctologist is coming.
They're going to be proctoring around.
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
Scale of 1 to 10. How excited are you, Jay?
0.
Oh, come on. I figured you were sitting about 11.5.
Those are exit. Those are exit places.
That
What
they
about
are.
entrance places? Because that's what you're going to be going for. The entrance.
Yeah. You just got to make sure the,
You won't even be awake for the exit.
yeah.
I mean, there's no entrances and back doors, or in the back of like businesses and places, right? I mean,
not a
those are always
business.
exits.
You're not a business.
Yeah, technically, golfwithjay.com.
That's not him. That's a website.
That is true. That is true. What's your LLC in? What's the name of your LLC?
I don't even know.
LLC.
Do you
I don't
have an
even
LLC?
know. I
Oh,
don't
Lord.
know.
Let's not go down that rabbit trail right
It's
now.
Friday. Come on. Come on.
Now I'm a little concerned.
I'm a sole proprietor.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Your sole proprietorship.
Whatever that means.
It means you're not really
Sounds
protected
fancy.
as much as you should be.
Okay, I got you. Well,
but yeah.
I'm never protected, so.
Well, you're, if you get a colonoscopy,
Get ready. February 14th for the Love Connection.
that's a great preview for it.
Oh,
How are we going
boy.
to go about finding the contestants? You don't get to do it.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, you can't line up previous love
I think we just need to throw a picture of Jay on ESPN Northwest Florida
I was gonna-
standing next to a snowman.
I was
because
going to take the one off his website, but it's so dang cheesy that I couldn't do it.
We can just take some headshots in here.
That's true. We can.
Let me see that pose again. Come on.
I mean, am I lying?
I mean,
Embellishing a little bit.
Embellishing? Yeah, that's a good word.
Yeah.
Embellishment's used in hockey quite a bit.
well, we'll see. We'll see what 2 weeks brings.
Oh, I know what it's going to bring.
What?
I'm making sure I'm going to tell Aaron he can't come on that day.
He can't?
No.
I got
Because we
you.
need 2 full hours of questions.
Yeah, I got you.
My beautiful bride, I think, can help me out with this situation.
Okay.
We just need a good picture. I need a good headshot.
But if you are listening and you're interested in meeting Jay Henley for more than just a little bit of lunch, text in right now with a headshot of yourself, 850-215-6290, so we can approve or disapprove.
We don't even need a headshot. Just let us know you're interested.
I'm interested in the headshots.
Will you hit that cricket button, David Hayes?
No, because we're making plenty of noise right now. so.
Okay, I got you.
Absolutely.
Just because you're not talking don't mean we ain't, brother.
Well, I was just talking
How many
about the
contestants?
phone line and
Oh,
the text.
okay.
Like, hit the cricket. Hit
how
the
many
cricket.
how many contestants do you want?
I think it only takes 2 for a party, so let's go 2.
No, we're going 3.
Are we going to do this like a limit date? Y'all remember that?
Limit date. Oh goodness! Oh man!
Have like all 4 of them at the same place, and you
No,
just
we
go
don't.
table to table to table.
We're not breaking anybody's heart. We're not eliminating anybody off the
Well,
love.
what are some good questions I could ask this?
No,
particular-
I asked the question.
Oh, I'm just hanging back.
You're
like I typically
listening
do.
to the yeah. You don't have to do anything other than what you normally do here
Okay.
on the show.
I got you.
Except it'll be on a Friday, so you will have to play the guitar. But it will be on Valentine's Day.
So you're moving from Ryan Mulvey to Ryan Seacrest, I guess.
Did he host the Love Connection?
Ryan
he just-
I'm a lot taller than Ryan.
Ryan
Seacrest,
sees
too.
best.
Yes.
Ryan sees
Yeah.
best.
No, I'll have some good questions.
Okay.
That's really the only reason I want to do this, because I want to ask the questions.
How about those football games Sunday?
Yeah, we'll talk about them here.
It's in the past.
We got 2.
Talk about the future.
Yeah, we got 2 segments with old Kiefer today, so we got plenty of football talk. Don't worry about
Well, I
that.
should have brought my computer.
Should have.
Man.
You should have. If you ever looked at the Google spreadsheet, you would have known that.
He doesn't even have access.
No.
I've sent it to you.
Yeah, you have,
But he never unlocked it.
No.
I don't even know how to.
You're on a quest
You have to
now,
double click
Jay.
them.
Yeah, you accept the invite, and then it appears in your sheets.
Gotcha.
Do you know what sheets are?
Google Sheets?
Mm-hmm.
Are they like Excel spreadsheets?
They are.
Kind of.
Just live in the cloud. You know, Sheets is also a gas station / like convenience store.
In New Jersey?
I believe in the Pennsylvania area.
Oh, I was about to say, can't even pump your own gas. What a waste of time.
I know. 7-Elevens. Quick checks.
Speaking of,
Quick checks.
I was just thinking about this. Do y'all remember the days when you could actually pump your gas before you prepaid and then you could go it? Do you remember?
Yeah, actually.
No.
It didn't happen very much before I was driving myself because... But back in the day, I remember when gas was like 89 daggone cents a gallon, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, about how you just go get $10 and then you go in and pay afterwards. I'm like, man, that's been a long time ago.
Well, yeah, because people just kept on stealing it.
All right. We'll see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never understood that strategy. It just didn't seem like it benefited the businesses.
No.
There's too much temptation.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Anyways, I don't know. Just memory lane.
Quick check.
Yeah.
We had this one, we called it the Holy Hockey Quick Check. It was on the way. I don't even know why. I think that was in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Anyway, quick checks were like a 7-Eleven, but different. They still have the hot dogs and all that stuff. What's going on in the golf world right now, Jay?
TGL.
TGL.
TGL sucks.
After Billy Horschel's comment the other day, man, that's I don't like that. I don't like it. Well,
Said
basically,
Live Tour is better than PGA and TGL combined.
No, it was
pretty much. Yeah.
Well, I think Ryan, didn't you say something about it yesterday where Horschel told everybody?
No, the producer told Horschel to keep it close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
But what's crazy now, you're talking about the Farmers Insurance Open, right, going on right now over in Torrey Pines on the north and the south course. They've had 11 withdrawals for this particular tournament. The pros obviously love this tournament, but it's just not the field we're expecting, even as late as last Sunday, Jay, when the updates were started to come in faster than you could say Padres. Gone first was Nikolai Hogard, Colin Morikawa, Tyler McCumber, and then Mackenzie Hughes, followed by Ashkay Beata, Chesson Headley, Harry Hall, the Bronson Burgoon, don't know who that is, then Will Zalatoris, then Ryan Moore, who replaced Will Zalatoris, then Gary Woodland, then Braden Thornberry. He pulled out after 9 holes. Nate Lashley exited after 23. Then Hayden Buckley, who was gone after 27. And then one of the bigger names out there, Max Homa, dropped out after 33 holes. Then Emmanuel Grillo dropped out after 35 holes. A whopping 16 total withdrawals in all. They joined a noticeable collection of the stars already at home. 19 of the world's top 25, Jay, are out this week.
With the flu, right?
Some of them have the flu, yeah. Yeah, but not all 26 or not all 19 of them.
Brutal conditions out there.
Well, there's also been some rumors floating around that, Scotty Scheffler supposedly has an injury that he's back. He hasn't played so far yet this year.
Right.
Rory McIlroy's only been playing over there overseas. There's been some rumors floating around that a lot of these PGA Tour guys are refusing to play until there is some kind of agreement made between the PGA Tour and the LIV Tour. They're unsubstantiated, but rumors nonetheless. Do you think that's a possibility?
Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting. I mean, we've done the show for close to 2 years. I feel like that's something we've always kind of talked about, right? Like, they need to come to some kind of agreement, but I mean, the TGL, I think, I mean, do you think it?
No, I think the TGL is I don't know. I've yet to be excited about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. What were you going to say? You think it's like going to make...
No, I didn't know if it was trying to... Well, I feel like it's a competitor towards the LIV. Don't you feel like it's competing?
No.
No?
No, but that's just my opinion.
Well, it's fun. It's...
so you're saying the LIV Tour is fun?
It's quick. Yeah.
Wow. Did you say the LIV Tour is fun?
Well, it's fun from a player standpoint. And from a...
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I don't know.
Look at you coming around.
Maybe.
Coming around. I will say this. I don't know if you saw this, Jay, or not, but Justin Thomas had wrote a letter to all the PGA Tour players and kind of demanded a little action to be done by them. Justin Thomas sent an impromptu letter to his fellow PGA Tour players, this was back on Tuesday morning, calling them out to give more access and insight into their in-tournament pursuits. To JT, that means more pre-round interviews, more mid-round interviews. They already give post-round interviews regularly, wearing a mic or communicating what they're working through. In short, give more and give it on the TV broadcast. What do you think about JT asking his fellow PGA Tour members to do a little bit more of that out there?
I didn't catch it. I was looking at the...
So I got to read it again?
Yeah.
Oh, Jay.
Sorry.
Basically, to make a long story short, JT is asking his fellow PGA Tour players to be more... get out there and give more interviews, mid-round interviews, and kind of talk more about what they're working through.
I got you.
Out there during the TV broadcast, just to bring kind of that more insight, because that's kind of where you're seeing all this other stuff go with Bryson, his YouTube stuff. Even this morning, Rick Shields, I don't know if you know that name.
I do.
He's one of the largest influencers out there in the golf space. He just signed a strategic partnership with Live Golf. In his first major content creators partnership, Live Golf teams with the world's most followed golf content creator to bring fans closer to the game than ever before. So a couple days ago on Tuesday, JT sends this letter out to all his fellow PGA Tour members saying, hey, you guys need to give more content, more interviews, need to give more insights into what's actually going on. And then here come this morning, Rick Shields is now has a partnership with Liv to kind of give more inside content and all that stuff, right? Because the behind the scenes stuff, and that's why people watch documentaries and that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I think the more we see what's going on, it's just kind of what we crave as sports fans, right? That behind the scenes stuff. And I don't know. It's weird. Still continues. We've been talking about this forever, it seems like.
Yeah.
And we still are seeming to be in the same spot.
Well, and I think the Full Swing does a good job of that, on Netflix. But, I mean, golf is trying to follow suit with the NFL and the MLB, right? I mean, your second baseman in the bottom of the seventh inning is, going through an interview, right? That was something that was while playing.
Yep.
Kind of cool. I get it. But what are they doing to differentiate themselves from all the other sports? It's like they're following suit, right?
Yeah, but I mean is that what the fans want?
If that's the case, then yeah. I mean, let's go that way. But I don't know. Golf is a whole nother animal than all the other sports.
Yeah, it's definitely a little. I mean, it's similar to tennis, obviously very individual and all that stuff. But yeah, it's interesting to see, especially this whole Rick Shields thing. That what are we going to see kind of behind the scenes with all that stuff? I mean, it's cool stuff.
Yeah, it is.
People want to see.
It is.
People want to see. But it's just such a weird spot with the PGA Tour, kind of where they are and seemingly ratings down, all that stuff. I want to say that American Express, the final round was down 56% from the prior year.
Really?
Yeah, that's not 10%. That's not 15%. That's more than double down what they were last year.
Ooh.
That's half, Jay. 50% is half of 100%.
Half.
Yeah. Also, Rick Shields is a Live ambassador now.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about.
Oh, wow.
I was breaking that to Jay.
Way to go, guys. Way to have those cool conversations, the ones I actually care about without me.
Well, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's awesome. I really enjoy his videos.
Yeah,
I think that he's very creative. I think he does a great job as a teacher and just, providing interesting aspects of the game with a nice accent to go along with it as well. So, yeah. I think it's cool.
Well, and that's kind of what we're talking about. So JT, on Tuesday, Justin Thomas put out a letter encouraging his fellow PGA Tour members to do more interviews pre-round, more interviews during the round. Just give more content, more and then a couple days later, the largest influencer in the golf world.
Is he the largest?
Yeah, in the golf space, yeah. He's got over 3 million subscribers on his channels. And
Rick Shields,
now he
Same
has...
subject, Jay. Pay attention.
Well, I had to do the Justin Thomas thing twice because he didn't listen to me the first time.
Jay,
I know.
where's your head at? In the clouds? We got a lot of them out there.
I know. It's a little cooler and cloudy out there today. But yeah, and then a couple days later, Liv's like, oh, we're going to announce this partnership with the largest golf influencer in the world. And it just seems like they've got this opportunity. They kind of keep push. I think you feel like they're forcing the PGA Tour's hand a little bit to kind of be reactive.
Yeah.
And they're being the proactive side.
Yeah, I mean, Monahan has been...
we haven't even heard from that guy in forever.
Right, and so there's leaders and there's followers. I mean, you pick which one, right? He's been a follower in all of this, and he needs to step up and try to figure out a way to lead. I mean, I don't know. It's frustrating.
Frustrating indeed. Meanwhile, 19 out of the top 25 players in the world are not participating in the Farmers Insurance Open, which Torrey Pines is typically one of those big ones that gets this not season going, but once they get over there to San Diego, then they really start get going. But here's another thought. I don't have enough time to get through all of it, but Josh Bennett, he's a very active golf Twitter account. But anyway, he said, I recorded Golf Channel's 3-hour and 47-minute broadcast yesterday and noted to the second of everything that they showed in hopes to provide data for debates on the timeline recently about the quality of golf broadcast. Here's a thread of what I found. And obviously, he welcomes people's thoughts. Commercial load. There were 17 commercial breaks, ranging from 1 minute and 15 seconds to 3 minutes and 1 second. An additional 6 breaks were taken from the golf to promote tour partners, between 10 and 20 seconds each. Total commercial promotional time, 39 minutes, 49 seconds, which is roughly 18% of the total broadcast. Commercial load count. They took 7 playing through breaks. You know what that is, where they say playing through, where they still show the coverage, but then they audio and show the commercial as well. Muted broadcast on the left, commercials on the right. Total playing through time was 17 minutes and 42 seconds. Add that to the official commercial break time. The audience saw some sort of ads for 57 minutes and 31 seconds, or Jay, 25% of the total broadcast. Broadcast content. They showed 268 golf shots. That's 1.2 shots per minute. 1 shot per minute on the broadcast.
I couldn't handle any more than that, though.
Yeah. Breakdown of these.
I analyzed every swing from the tee to the green.
Yeah. You should have your own lesson company.
Oh, yeah. But
golfwithdave.com.
Well, exactly. I don't want to trample his business over here.
That's true. No. You just suck it all away.
Because you would get 2 teachers for the price of 1, Dave and Ralph. We'd be,
Yeah, and you can communicate with anybody.
Yeah.
So, boom. Oh. But
break people one body.
Let's compete. Let's go. Come on.
Breakdown of types of shots they showed. 41% of the shots were putts. Approaches were 24% of the shots. Tee shots were 22% of the shots. And short game in total was 13%. Broadcast content continued. They showed shots from 25 different players of the 155-player field. That is 16%. 9 players were featured more than 10 different times. That was Hideki Matsuyama, Matthew Pavon, Ludwig Aubert, Max Homa, Keegan Bradley, Tony Finau, Sahith Theegala, Jack Johnson, and then, of course, Jackson Koivun got 10 shots because of his situation, his exemption.
Out of Hideki Matsuyama's whole entire round, they only showed 10 shots of his round?
41.
Oh, 41.
Yep, 41 different shots for Hideki. He was the leader. But only 25 players were seen out of that 155-player field on the television
broadcast.
That's
a disjustice to the PGA Tour.
Absolutely.
And all the golfers who have been working their tail off to get that little card that they carry in their pocket.
That's right. That's right.
The amount of times players in the top 5 on the leaderboard after day 1 were shown, not noted above. Danny Walker was shown 5 times. Hayden Springer, who was tied second, he was shown 0 times. Lanto Griffin was shown once. Aldrich Pottigier was shown 0 times, and then Zach Blair was also not shown once. There were 11 minutes and 20 seconds of player interviews. 5 minutes and 39 seconds of those were walk and talk interviews. The rest were the more formal sit-down interviews. Zach Johnson's interview was the longest at 4 minutes and 11 seconds. The broadcast window was able to catch shots from every player in the field. Mac Messner was shown twice first tee time, and Jackson Koivunen shown 10 times the last tee time. In theory, this means all 155 players were available for screen time.
Are they catering to cities like Bangkok, Shanghai, Seoul?
You know any more? Is that all you got?
That's about all I got.
Okay, so you got 3. All right. Meaning showing the Asian players to satisfy the Asian audience.
There's more of them than us. It's a numbers game.
It is. Well, there you go. You cracked the PGA Tour code.
There you go.
Oh, man. Oh, man. We got Keith coming up. Thank God.
Demographic broadcast content with Jay.
Yep. Oh, the broadcast had 6 minutes and 27 seconds worth of themed flyover content, meaning cameras, drones were flying over the course. On some occasion, there were visuals for the contents. In others, it was just aerial views of the course. He didn't note those separately. A few more stats that go on, but we got to go ahead and take a break. I know Keith is awaiting for us. You guys listen to the Inside Drive. We're going to be talking about the NFL Conference Championship games with Keith Lemon coming up next.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents Wrestling Against Cancer 10. Proceeds to help Ryan Holland. Stars to appear Mike Steele, Donnie B, AJ Stokes, Kelly Mann, and exciting women's wrestling with T. Gaines, JC Black, and more. Wrestling Against Cancer 10. Saturday, February 8th at Bay Haven Charter Academy in Panama City. Tickets available at the door. More info at ESPNPC.com.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast on ESPN Northwest Florida this Friday. For this afternoon and evening, sunshine and a high of 50 with a light wind at 6 miles per hour coming out of the northwest. Tonight, clear skies with lows around 32. Tomorrow, sunny with a light breeze and a temperature near 54. Moving into Sunday, about the same with a high of 59 and mostly sunny. This forecast is brought to you by Ellis Agency Insurance. Thank you for keeping that dial at ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Los Rancheros has been doing it right for 20 years. Los Rancheros brings a top-shelf dining experience to you with the opening of their beautiful new building. Watch all college and pro games on Los Rancheros' 14 large-screen TVs with great drink specials daily from 2 to 5 and during all the games. Los Rancheros, the place for live sports and great food on 23rd Street between Jenks and Harrison.
Progressive presents a testimonial of sorts.
Hey, slow down! Oh, yeah? Well, you drive like my grandma. She's a very attentive and courteous driver who wears a seatbelt and always uses her turn signals. She's also a talented painter and has very low cholesterol. Not that that has anything to do with her drive. We just thought a more complete picture of who she is might be interesting. Anyway, have a nice day.
Safe driver? Get Snapshot from Progressive and get a personalized rate based on how you drive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents. Surcharge possible for unsafe driving. 4. The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey and Jay Henley.
This man is destroying golf.
Broadcasting live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
You may be right, but our ratings are up and we're attracting new youthful sponsors.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
I know a man, Bojangles, he danced for you in worn out shoes, with silver hair and ragged shirt and baggy pants, the old soft shoe. He jumped so high, jumped so high, jumped so high, and then he'd lightly touch down.
Fried chicken.
Bowberry biscuit.
Mr. Bojangles.
Fried chicken. Hash browns.
Mr. Bojangles.
Potatoes with gravy.
Down.
Cajun fry.
What did he do?
The same thing I did.
What?
We're talking about Bojangles food.
I gotcha.
Oh, good stuff, Jay. Who sings that one? A lot of these songs you play I've never even heard before. Is the name of the song?
You hadn't heard that one?
Mr. Bojangles, is that the name of it?
Yeah, Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
Yeah, no, that wasn't on my that wasn't in my CD tower growing up.
What about the folder that you kept in the car?
Ah, that's true. That's true. The one that went on your sun visor?
No, we didn't have. I had way too many CDs for something like that. I needed the whole booklet.
Yeah, the whole booklet. Yep.
I mean, they were all burnt CDs.
Napster.
I think Mr. Bojangles was maybe.
Isn't Mr. Bojangles like a kitty cat?
No, he danced a lot.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken, baby.
Bowberry biscuits, man.
Yeah. Spicy, though. You got to get
potato wedges.
Yeah.
Or potato logs, whatever you want to call them.
Yes, sir. Put some hot sauce on that.
There you go. There you go. We got somebody waiting in the wings, though, another golf fan. But we're here to our last weekend. It's not. We got Super Bowl coming up in a couple weekends, but the last multiple game of the NFL season. And pretty crazy that we are here already. Pro Bowl coming up next week. And we've got our good friend on the line. We weren't in studio on Wednesday. Jay, why weren't we here on Wednesday? Some of us were here.
It was a four-letter word.
Some
Starts
of us
with
left
S.
town. Went to 80 miles northeast of
East,
here.
northeast.
East, northeast?
East, northeast.
Okay. He originally
Yeah.
told us it was north.
Yeah.
But
northeast.
he was clarifying yesterday. It was because we said the word any. E-N-E.
Yeah.
E-N-E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just trying to find a warmer spot.
Anywhere but here.
Anywhere.
Like Chris Cagle.
Anywhere but mine. Bring our next guest in there, Jay.
Who do we have on the line?
Why don't you do it? Do you not know? Bring the guest in, Jay.
Is it Keith Fleming?
I believe it is.
Hey.
Guess that guest with Jay Hindley.
Happy Friday, Keith Fleming.
This is what Fridays are like,
Friday.
Keith. This is what Fridays are like.
I kind of got the mood in the last 2 minutes. So
Yeah, no doubt.
definitely a vibe.
Yes, it's a vibe. An interesting one, nonetheless. Picking Jay's brain there in the first segment about the current PGA Tour, Live Tour. He's a big fan of TGL. Like, he's the biggest TGL supporter that I know. He's been quoted on the Inside Drive saying he enjoys TGL golf better than real golf.
Look,
I don't know if I go that far yet,
I mean,
but
it's nighttime. It's cold. There's not a lot of outdoor activities. I mean, like, you come June, July, I'm probably not watching it. But, I mean, it's a good month.
So it has to do with the weather that you're in.
For sure.
Whether you watch it or not.
Yeah, and it's at night on a Tuesday night. What else are y'all watching
I don't
on
know
Tuesday
if
night?
it's good, if it's
Back of my
boredom.
eyelids.
The reason you enjoy something. That's normally not going to last. At least I hope not.
You don't think it's going to last?
You're enjoying
No,
it.
I'm saying that it's the reason you're watching something. It sounds like because you're bored, right? It's winter. There's nothing to do.
Lifetime's on a little hiatus.
Yeah. His streaming service does not carry Lifetime anymore, so he had to make a move. Oh, goodness.
What's your thoughts on it, Keith?
No, I'm all for it. I think you probably weren't listening, but we discussed this a few weeks ago that
Or was I here?
think it's going to be really successful.
Yeah.
No, you were here.
Yep.
It's all good though. It's going to be successful, and I think this is a way to reach a younger audience, which the tour desperately, or the game of golf. Forget the tour.
Yeah.
The game of golf desperately needs.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking a lot about the current state of golf in the first segment, just with how Justin Thomas is trying to encourage pros to do more content-related stuff, and then now this announcement this morning, which I know you've already seen, is the Rick Shields partnering with Liv to bring more behind-the-scenes content to the consumer than ever before. So it's something, Keith, that you've been saying kind of for a while now with the PGA Tour side of things. Is you gotta do more of this YouTube. There's more digital stuff. You've got to give more content, more access to content for people to, because that's really what everybody's dealing with nowadays. I mean, it's like when we talk about when the TikTok thing happened, but a lot of our information we get is quick snippets of information, and that's where the PGA Tour and some of these things can get some more stuff going, some more content related stuff. Especially, everybody loves behind the scenes stuff. That's why we watch documentaries. That's why the 30 for 30 series, the E60s, all that stuff's so interesting, is because that's not the stuff you get to see all the time. But anyway, we're not really here to talk about golf. We'll be doing that soon enough. Keith, we got 2 conference championship games coming up this Sunday. Hard to believe we are already here.
Yeah, sad. Not looking forward to it. Obviously, I'll do a preview in a minute of both of these games and give some DFS plays. But I just have some observations from last week, and not to quote Thanos, but the first one is it's really starting to feel like this KC three-peat is inevitable. I mean, obviously they're the big winner from last week, 7th straight conference championship. I think more importantly, and this is no disrespect to the teams remaining, but you could make a real case that 2 best teams, top to bottom, in the NFL were both eliminated last week in the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. And it seemed like we spent all season asking, what's wrong with the Chiefs? What's wrong with the Chiefs? If they won 15 of 16 regular season games, easily won their first, postseason game. They're just a 4th win against Josh Allen in the playoffs from a chance to do something no team has ever done, which is win a 3rd straight Super Bowl. And their rematch would be against either the Eagles, who have a very limited offense, or a rookie quarterback, with Jane Daniels and the Commanders, which either way, they're going to be heavy favorites. And I believe there's a very intelligent man that, does the board here and also hosts the afternoon show for ESPN Northwest Florida, who last year was trying to tell us as we kept ranking these teams like, hey guys, the Chiefs are there, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, until they're beat. That's probably the team that you should expect to win. And I think we're in the exact same scenario again this year.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Sounds like a pretty smart fella. I don't know.
Not the best to look at, but smart nonetheless.
Smart
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, I mean, it certainly feels like that more so now than I would even say more than last year as well. But is it fair to say that the regardless of who wins that AFC championship, the Super Bowl goes through the AFC?
I mean, I want to say yes, but if you're a believer in trends, the last 4 times that you've had a divisional rematch and a conference championship, the eventual winner went on to win the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. So while we're all saying that, maybe it's actually the winner of the Commanders-Eagles who's going to win the Super Bowl.
That'd be something. That would be something.
I'm a trend guy. So the second thing is, let's not overreact to another Lamar loss in the playoffs. Yes, Baltimore should have won that game. The 3 turnovers, the drop pass, and Lamar was responsible for 2 of them. The pick wasn't that bad. The fumble, inexcusable. I mean, that was a 10-point swing at least. But he was so good in the second half, particularly on that 88-yard touchdown drive late in the 4th quarter. I don't think enough's being made about the touchdown pass that he threw that, gave them the chance to tie it up with the 2-point conversion. And I feel like after that game, I'm more confident than ever that the only question is when, not if, Lamar wins the Super Bowl. And I think of Peyton Manning, right, who is viewed as one of the greatest QBs of all time. And if you look at Peyton Manning's resume through 7 seasons, which is exactly where Lamar Jackson's at this point in his career, they're both 3-6 in the playoffs. They've both never been to a Super Bowl, and they've won multiple MVPs. And they also are both facing juggernauts, right? Like right in the kind of the prime of their dynasty or whatever. That early Patriots for Manning and obviously the Chiefs here. I know he was eliminated by Buffalo, but still, I just think that we need to be a little bit patient with these guys because there's only so many QBs named Brady and Mahomes. And the rest of the guys, it typically takes time for them to win a title.
Jay?
Yes.
What you got? What do you think? How long do you think it is before Lamar wins a Super Bowl?
I'm going to say 2 more years.
2 más.
Yes.
All right. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah,
if he follows Manning, he'll win it next year.
Yeah,
because Manning actually won his Super Bowl in his 8th season.
Hard to believe he's been in the league already for 7 seasons, going on his 8th season next year. That's crazy.
Lamar?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Feels like they were just destroying Florida State not that long ago.
Jeez.
That was
but just remember, in the AFC for those 7 years, 5 of them, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs have been in the Super Bowl. The other was Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. So, again, there can only be, 1 representative from the AFC. That's, unfortunate for Lamar and Allen. I'm really concerned about Detroit. That's the third one. Like, where do they go from here? NFL's most liked and watched team, if you saw the data that just came out, they finally succumbed to just a litany of injuries this season, and their loss to the Commanders. And I do wonder if, like, chances of a Super Bowl with the roster the way it is right now is over. They've lost both coordinators in the days since the exit from the playoffs. And let's just get the elephant in the room out of the way. Can they win a championship with Jared Goff as their quarterback? Because that is the question, and they need to decide that now. Because you've got Amon-Ra, Jamar Gibbs, Sam Laporta, Jamison Williams, all on rookie deals. Hutchinson on a rookie deal. Like, so many of these young guys that they're getting at a huge discount. And with the strength and just depth of this roster, and assuming they don't have another year like they did this year with all the injuries, they're going to be involved. It's just the question is, how far can they go with Jared Goff? And I think they really got to have that discussion and figure out what to do, because I was kind of reminded that, like, look, Goff's great. We know the difference he is indoors compared to outdoors, and even indoors with everything going for him, facing a rookie quarterback, like all of these things, Detroit still couldn't get it done.
Yep. I mean, they had a favorable. I mean, I don't mean to say the Commanders were a favorable matchup, but the reality of the situation, it was a good matchup for them because the way the Commanders' defense has been all season and the way that Detroit's offense. I mean, their offense has been fantastic. Yeah, their defense, the injuries were just absolutely brutal, and they just couldn't stop a lot of people, but they were outscoring a lot of people. And then, the turnover thing just comes up and bites you. And when that matters the most is in the playoffs. And I agree with you. I mean, is Jared Goff going to be their guy for the next several years, or are they going to start looking to somebody else? Like, what does next year look like for them? Like you said, you've got all these guys on rookie deals, and you're going to have to start paying some of them here pretty soon, and then that changes everything very, very quickly.
You know all about that with the Niners, right?
I was going to say, there's a great parallel to that with the Niners and obviously Detroit as well. But
Seattle went through this.
Yep.
Like, there's been teams, your window's smaller than you think.
Yep. It's and getting back to the Super Bowl is one of the hardest things to do unless your team is not named the Kansas City Chiefs. But
or for the Lions, just hopefully reaching one.
Yeah, just getting one there. And yeah, I had referenced what you had said. It was either last week or a couple weeks ago that or earlier this week, some teams or some franchises are just not meant to win. And you've referenced your Falcons many a times, but it just seems
Vikings,
like the Vikings,
Lions,
the Detroit,
like reminded the last couple of weeks, and that's why I worry about the fourth thing. Can Josh Allen finally slay the beast in the AFC? He gets another crack at dethroning the kings of the AFC. Again, ironically, reminding me of Peyton Manning and those struggles in the mid-2000s with the Patriots. Now in 2006, very similar to Allen. Manning was playing the best ball of his career, and I would argue with his most complete team. Same for Allen. But the difference being Manning and the Colts, they defeated the Patriots on their home turf. Allen, and these Bills got to go into the belly of the beast, if you will, to do the same. But either way, it's the same thing I said last week. I want to say it again. Manning is a prime example of why we shouldn't write off these quarterbacks or say they can't get it done if they can't win a championship. Because outside of Mahomes and Brady, there's been very few. If you add Manning to that list, because then you can encompass Eli and Peyton, look at how many different QBs have won championships just since 2000. It's so hard to do. I think they'll get there, but I think this is Allen's best chance. And, the Chiefs are a little vulnerable, but it's just going to be so difficult to do it in Kansas City. And I'm fascinated to see what happens Sunday between them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they certainly, you have to get, and I've seen it time in and time out with the Niners going up against Chiefs, you have to get a big enough lead on the Chiefs. And a big enough lead, I mean 14 points, 2 scores. It can't be 10. It can't be that. It's got, because they just always find a way to come back in these games. And I totally think all the pressure is on the Buffalo Bills in this AFC Championship. I mean, I don't 100%. Think anybody, the Chiefs, they're playing with house money again. Yes, they're trying to go back to back to back. But if they don't, no one's going to be like, oh, you didn't do it. They don't care. They just won 2 Super Bowls. The Chiefs, they're supposed to be there. They have no pressure, and all the pressure is on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, and I think you're right. I think he's got the most complete team around him than he's had in any of these potential playoff matchups from the past. Keith, we got to go ahead and take a quick break. When we get back, we'll continue talking about the NFC and the AFC championship games and preview the official last lineup here of the 2025 or 24-25 NFL season. You guys listen to the Inside Drive. Keith Fleming on the line. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida, the Paul Feinbaum Show.
Hi, Paul. We're actually calling from Starkville, Mississippi. We watch you every single day. All the ladies here, we love you. Love you, Paul. And listen, whenever you come to Stark Vegas, stop by Sport Clips because we do like your look.
The next time I'm over there, I am coming by to see the ladies at Sports Clips.
Paul Feinbaum, weeknights, 6 to 10 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
With over 65 years of combined experience, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to help you take your collection to the next level. They carry all the new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. They sell and trade cards and are always looking to buy. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards is open 7 days a week at 752 West 23rd Street, down from Academy Sports. It can always be reached at InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
Signworks, a business serving businesses since 1985. Everything from signs and banners, vehicles and boats, magnetic and real estate signs, contractor signs, and much more. Signworks can do large format, full color printing too. Signworks, a real professional in the business world. Call Signworks at 785-8899. Signworks, 850-785-8899.
What's better than one win? 3 wins. With Straight Savings, you keep your own phone, get one line for only $25 a month with real unlimited data, and get rewarded with a $200 phone credit after 12 months. It's a win-win-win. Head to Walmart or visit straighttalk.com today. Switch to Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Straight Savings Plan enrollment requires compatible unlocked device and new line of service. Bonus device credit requires 12 months of active service. Offer ends if eligibility requirements are no longer met. Taxes and fees apply. For network management practices, see Straight Talk's terms and conditions.
The locals love it.
You're gonna love this. You are my favorite. It's my favorite.
Everybody's favorite. The Inside Drive with Ryan Mulvey. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine Outdoor Studios on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straighten the curve, flatten the hill. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will.
Bloop, bloop. You guys listen to the Inside Drive. That is Jay Henley. It's Friday because the guitar is out. And usually on Wednesday we have him, but today is a special Friday. We've got Keith Fleming on the line, and we are talking AFC and NFC championship. Can the Chiefs three-peat, or will the Buffalo Bills knock them off? Jay, what say you?
Say what?
Gosh.
What?
Yeah. My kids listen better than you do. That's saying a lot.
So you want to know my prediction?
You're the guy that was a Buffalo fan, I thought.
I know,
Well,
he was. It was brief.
No, I'm there. I think there's a home
You're a
team.
Miami fan now.
I think there's a home team that wins this weekend, and there's an away team that wins this weekend. I think the Bills win in Kansas City, and I think the Eagles win at home. That's just my thought.
EGLSES, baby.
Yeah. So Bills and Eagles, that's who I want to see in the Super Bowl.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see if it comes to fruition. So the answer to my question that I asked you is the Chiefs will not three-peat then, according to what you think is going to happen.
No, it's Josh Allen's time.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Old Josh Allen.
Yep. What do you think? You think?
This is such a tough one. Well, we got our picks in the final segment, so I don't want to tease it.
Well, I went ahead and there's my picks right there.
Well, we also got several basketball and a couple NHL in there too for you.
Ooh, that's not good.
That's all right. You won the pick'em thing, and no one thought that would happen.
Keith, how good are you at hockey? I might need some help.
I'm horrible at hockey. I don't watch any hockey, bro.
It's a 50-50 shot for the most part, Jay.
No, you said that
It's
before.
right. You're right. It's not 50-50. It's 100% not 50-50 because they'd have to be equal teams to be 50-50.
That's right.
All right, Keith, save us. Let's keep going here and continue with your thoughts from the 24-25 season.
All right, we can just roll the last one into the preview of the first game, the NFC title game, Commanders at Eagles, because it involves Jaden Daniels. I mentioned the tidbit just a minute ago that the last 4 times there's been a divisional rematch in the conference championship game, the eventual winner went on to win the Super Bowl. If the regular season matchups were any indication, we are in for a thriller in the NFC title game. The Eagles scored 20 consecutive points in the fourth quarter, and their 26-18 come from behind victory week 11. And then in week 18, now granted, remember, Hurts got injured early in that game, but it was Daniels and the Commanders who came storming back behind Daniels' 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns, the last being in the final 10 seconds of the game for their come-from-behind victory, 36-33. The strengths of these teams for the Eagles, I know this is no duh, but it's running the ball, and Saquon Barkley, number 2 rushing attack in the NFL, has been just incredible through 2 weeks in the postseason, 227 yards per game on the ground. And this is a Washington team that they have struggled stopping running backs all season. I mean, the Lions, 23 carries last week, 201 yards. Now, granted, Washington ended up winning that game by 14, despite being gashed by the run, but if there was ever an opponent the Eagles could just run it on, Washington is one of them. For the Commanders, it's hard to make a case, obviously, for anyone besides Daniels. He's just 1 passing touchdown away from breaking the rookie record in the postseason with 5. That low number to me is just a reminder of how rare it is for rookie QBs to advance and continue to play games in the playoffs. He's trying to join the other 5 rookies he just became the 6th QB who is a rookie to reach the conference champion game, but joining King, Roethlisberger, Flacco, Sanchez, and your boy Brock Purdy. And this is no disrespect to those guys, but all those previous QBs were more game managers than they were the focal point. And there was a stat I saw the other day where if you give the average rank of the defense and special teams of those previous 5 teams, they were all top 5. Washington is 22nd in the NFL. So this is literally being done by Jaden Daniels. Remember, this is a Washington team that was projected for the 4th lowest win total that started the season, and Daniels just continues to defy expectation. He'd be the first rookie QB ever to lead their team to a Super Bowl with a win over Philly. And at this point, with what I've seen from him, I would not bet against him. He was held in check in the first matchup with the Eagles. He only accounted for 199 total yards, one of his fewest of the season. Remember, that was when he was dealing with a rib injury. And the second one, he went bananas with 5 passing touchdowns. He rushed for almost 100 yards. So I'm interested to see if the Eagles can slow him down or if that's going to continue. The weaknesses for this team, the Eagles, it's no doubt their pass game. It's non-existent this postseason. The 65 net passing yards this last Sunday was the lowest in a playoff win in 14 years. So the real question is, can Washington limit the run enough to make Hurts and the Eagles be forced to throw on them? Again, Hurts missed most of the Week 16 matchup. He threw for 221 yards in the win over Washington. For Washington, the weakness, again, is that run and just the defense in general. I think what's been lost because of the 5 turnovers, Detroit still scored 31 points and had over 500 total yards of offense. And Washington's 7.2 yards per play allowed in the postseason this year is the worst mark of any of the 14 playoff teams. Barkley went bananas against them in the first 2 matchups this season, averaging right at 150 yards. He scored 4 times. I'm fascinated to see, where that goes. The X factor, Jay Henley, is a Georgia Bulldog for the Eagles. That is my boy Jalen Carter, who the Falcons should have taken. He just continues to ascend. At 23 years old, I'd like to add, to one of the best game records in the NFL. If you saw him, the Rams made the mistake, Ron, for reasons I'll never understand, of trying to just single cover him on that huge 3rd down stack last week. He took advantage of it. And Washington's going to be without their guard, Sam Cosmi, who sustained a knee injury against the Lions last week. I would say that's a real concern when you have a guy like Jalen Carter on the other side, and now Washington obviously has a little bit of a weakness, or at least dealing with injuries in the middle of their line. For the Commanders, the X factor is takeaways. Jaden Daniels has done such a good job of protecting the ball this year. Only 9 turnovers the entire season, including the playoffs, but 3 of them came against the Eagles in their 2 matchups. And these are the 2 teams tied with the best turnover margin in the playoffs at +6. I feel like the winner of the turnover battle is going to end up winning this game.
I think that's probably pretty darn fair. I mean, and watching the Eagles, and it's not only the defensive line, it's the linebacking core. I mean, I don't know if Nolan Smith, or is it Nolan Smith, is going to be back or not.
Yep.
But
no, it's Nakobe Dean.
Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, he's the linebacker.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's so many dogs on it.
There is. It's basically like your 2 national championship teams all on the Eagles defense. But yeah, it's going to come down to, can Jalen Hurts extend those plays and all that stuff. Not Jalen Hurts, excuse me, Jaden Daniels, because they're going to get pressure on him. That offensive lineman being out is a big deal. But if Jaden can use his legs to extend plays, extend drives, it could put those Eagles defenders in a little bit of trouble. And that's going to be it's all Jaden Daniels, and it's like what you were saying with the other stats versus other rookie quarterbacks that have been there. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy. He's different. He could go down as one of these Brady, Mahomes type people, just because he is certainly so special in what he's doing in his first year. Again, I don't know. Jay, what do you think about Jaden Daniels?
Great athlete. Unbelievable.
Fair.
I mean,
I was hoping you were going to say a real American hero, but that's okay.
No, that's Chuck Fleming. That's Chuck.
That's true.
Yeah. Is he still drinking them Chuck Weisers?
Always.
Always.
Chuck Weiser. That's brilliant.
I do like that. I may have to steal that. Real
Chuck
quickly to
Weisers.
go through just the plays for DFS for this, if anybody wants some. The guys that I think you have to have, Jaden Daniels, 7K, don't really have to go over why. He's just been phenomenal, 22 points or more in 7 straight, averaging almost 30 or more a game. Stafford, again, over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, despite being sacked 5 times last week. Barkley is my most owned guy this way. I don't think you can not play him and win money in DFS with a 2-game slate. 325 yards in 2 postseason games, then he rushed for almost 300 yards in the 2 games versus Washington. I like Eckler a lot at 5,300. He's had 10 touches or more in both Commanders playoff games, 74 yards on the ground, almost another 70 through the air. Philly's run defense is incredible. I think making Washington more pass situations, that could mean Eckler's on the field more. And then Zach Ertz, who scored in 6 of the last 9, he's 4,300. He's seen 44 targets in that span, had his second-best DK game of the season versus the Eagles. And last week, the Rams tight ends combined for 9 receptions for 63 yards and 2 scores. De'Ami Brown and Dallas Goedert are the only other 2 guys I would really strongly consider. On the AFC side, again, the big thing is, can the Bills get over the Chiefs? And the Chiefs win close games. They've won 16 consecutive one-score games going back to last year. Mahomes, who is incredible, always a 98.2 passer rating over those 2 years. In the fourth quarter and overtime, during that number jumps to 108.6. So he just gets better in the biggest moments. I think Buffalo needs to try to turn this into a shootout and pick up the pace. I think it would be a huge mistake to play the same game that they did versus Baltimore, which I thought that was wise because Baltimore's offense might even been more explosive. I think against KC, you want to get up on them and force them to do more than kind of what Jaden Daniels done with the Commanders, right? Of just keep moving the ball and, not turning it over. The Chiefs, again, can they score points if Buffalo gets there? That's my only concern for Buffalo. Can they get over being a looser franchise? The X factors in this game, obviously Travis Kelce, who he's now caught 5 or more passes in 8 straight playoff games, scoring 8 touchdowns in the 8 games since they lost Tyreek Hill. And for Buffalo, can their defense force turnovers? They've forced at least 1 every game this season, 3 big ones last week. They had 2 of them last week. But this is the Chiefs team that now they have not turned the ball over in 8 straight games. They fumbled twice last week, recovered ball And, Mahomes threw 11 interceptions, one of his higher totals in recent years, but he's only had 2 in the 6 AFC title games. So it's going to be huge, I think, for Buffalo to force turnovers. So the guys you've got to play in this game, I probably should be recommending Mahomes at $6K, but I'm going to do Allen at $7,500. He's just so consistent, 20 points or more in 11 of 13, had 25 versus the Chiefs in the regular season matchup. I don't see any scenario where the Bills are just in this game. Forget winning, and Allen's not superhuman. Shakir, 5,700, is his only constant in the passing game. Scored double-digit points in 13 of 17. Saw 12 targets and caught 8 passes in the earlier matchup with the Chiefs. Kelsey, I don't have to, revisit it. He's incredible. And then the Ravens tight ends last week versus this Bills combined for 9 receptions for 134 yards and a touchdown.
Should be 10 at least.
That's very fair. I also really like Xavier Worthy, who he saw 6 targets last week. DeAndre Hopkins and Hollywood Brown combined for 0. He's seen 5 or more or 6 or more targets in 7 straight and caught 5 or more passes. He is absolutely now the 1B in this Kansas City passing attack behind Kelsey. And then other guys I like are Kareem Hunt, because Buffalo struggles with the run. He gets all the red zone carries. Ty Johnson, who is, both in the receiving game and has also continued to basically average around 5 yards per carry every game in recent memory. And then it's tough to stomach, but the 2 Buffalo tight ends, Kincaid and Knox, neither of them are going to go bananas. They've only scored double digits combined twice this season. But this is the KC defense that allows over 6 receptions and almost 70 yards to opposing tight ends. Those are both near the top in the entire NFL. Dalton Schultz, 4 targets, caught all of them, 63 yards against them last week. And then the Buffalo defense is actually the defense I'm playing the most this week. I think they're 2,800. Again, they've just been very opportunistic with the turnovers. And the Chiefs have allowed sacks, which I think Von Miller and them will pin their ears back and at least get you a few points, even if this game turns into high scoring. But, those are the DFS plays I like this week from, just a 2-game slate. So be careful. It's going to be it's a tough week to win money in DFS.
Yeah, absolutely. But a week you still can indeed. Real quick, Keith, before we let you go, who wins the AFC Championship? Who wins the NFC Championship in your mind?
So I'm rooting for the Buffalo Bills. Nothing would make me happier, but I can't pick against Kansas City Chiefs. I think they win 24-20, and I believe that Saquon Barkley and the Eagles will get it done. I think it's going to be close, but, they win, say, 24-16, 24-17. They do just enough slowing Daniels down, and I expect Saquon Barkley to break some postseason records on Sunday in what probably will be an electric crowd in Philadelphia.
Yeah, absolutely. The link is going to be rocking, absolutely, for another NFC Championship game. The Eagles have been in a lot of them in the recent years, so we'll see if they can beat the Commanders this coming weekend. Keith, we appreciate you jumping on a Friday. Enjoy the last double slate game or day of the NFL season before we get to the Super Bowl, and we look forward to talking to you next week.
Absolutely. If you guys could get a little warmer weather up in Atlanta, I'd appreciate it. We haven't been above 45 degrees now in like 8 days.
I think it's coming. I think it's coming because we're going to be in the 60s next week. So hopefully up there in the ATL, you'll be at least above 50.
Fingers crossed, man. Guys, have a great day. Jay, I want to hear some more good tunes.
Stay tuned.
Listen, okay?
Afternoon Delight
coming up. Look at you. Coming up next, the Afternoon Delight debrief. You're listening to the Inside Drive live here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida presents the most college basketball.
Three-pointer, punch it in. College basketball is back.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
The SEC, ACC, and beyond.
Oh, we saw that coming, Rampant.
The biggest games play right here.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Friday afternoon. The rest of the day, sunshine and 50 with a light wind out of the northwest around 6 miles per hour. For tonight, clear skies with a light wind and a low near 32. Tomorrow, wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, sunny and a high around 54. For Sunday, mostly sunshine and a high of 59. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Your home for Super Bowl 59. WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe. Powered by Panama City Toyota. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Discover Kia at Bill Bird Kia. The road is yours in 2025. Let Kia take you on New Year adventures and drive away today in a new 2025 Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Now offering 1.9% APR up to 60 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sportage. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us today at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sportage with $1,748 per month per 1,000 finance and 60 months. Quality's limited. Not to be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 2/3/25.
And now, the afternoon delight debrief with the three degenerates from the Inside Drive. Live from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios.
Afternoon delight.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some afternoon delight. My motto's always been when it's right, why wait until the middle of a cold, dark night when everything's a little clearer in the light of day. And we know the night is always gonna be there anyway. High pitch, Jay, you got this. Thinking of you's working on my appetite. Looking forward to a little afternoon delight. Rubbing sticks and stones together makes the sparks ignite. And the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. Sky rockets in flight. Afternoon delight. Burning.
Good job, Jay.
Woohoo! You didn't even finish the song.
I think he sang about 3 or 4 words there.
That's good. Fun fact, Jay. Yeah. Afternoon Delight by the Starland Vocal Band won a Grammy Award for Best Arrangement for Voices and was also nominated for Best Pop Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocals and Song of the Year.
No kidding.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I didn't either. Well, now we know.
Yes, we do.
So we're singing a very popular song. Its peak position on the year-end charts with the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 made it all the way up to 12th in the year-end chart.
Dang.
And it was up to 1 during a weekly chart as well.
Wow.
Didn't know you were playing such a famous song. Johnny Carver.
It's so easy to make Jay laugh.
It doesn't take a whole lot, that's for sure. That's for sure. All right, Jay, go with your afternoon delight debrief.
Dang, we going at least.
You gotta like get them warmed up a little bit.
Yeah,
you haven't been warmed up for the last hour.
What are we doing? Afternoon delight.
I'll give you a second because I did not go through my spiel yet today, so I'm sorry. I apologize.
I know you. I'm all in a tizzy.
Discombobulated.
I'm in a tizzy. I don't think you're drinking that coffee anymore.
No, not anymore.
Would you like another cup?
Sure.
All right.
You're gonna have to pee-pee.
We don't have anything other than like some fake sugar stuff.
He doesn't. You take sugar.
You drink it black?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I try to stay away from the sugar.
The
sugar.
Jay's generation all drinks their coffee black.
Yeah.
The older generation.
Or do you want me to do an afternoon delight right now?
No, I need to go through my spiel first. Yeah, I wouldn't put coffee in there. I wouldn't put, yeah. That's why I referenced it not being. I know.
Oh, David.
Oh, Boa.
Oh,
but
Boa.
yes, 104.3 in Panama City and Panama City Beach, 101.9 in Port St. Joe. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, search it up. ESPN Northwest Florida, live and streaming every day. You can watch it live or watch it after the fact. Again, all you can do is search up ESPN Northwest Florida. We appreciate you if you like it, follow it, subscribe to it, and we love comments as well. We get lots of comments and lots of action from our snowman picks and contests. Coming up in the 1240 segment, we'll be announcing the winner of the Dat Boot Store and Major Smokehouse gift certificates. We had over 100 entries, Jay, of snowman pictures on our Facebook page.
Flip through them. There were some really good ones.
There were. Narrowed it down to 8. We posted the 8 yesterday, and the one with the most likes will end up winning here a little bit later on. Spoiler alert, there's one that has a lot more likes than the rest of them.
Yeah, I know which one it is. Oh, yeah.
And I kind of thought,
as it should,
and that might have been the one that takes the cake. Although a lot of people were pulling for the Gator Snowman as well.
Yeah,
the McFlurrier,
right?
Like Spurrier, but Flurrier.
Saw a Mosley cheerleader, I think, and
yep, there's quite a few. Really tall snowman.
Yep,
like 7 feet plus.
Yeah. No, somebody taking a beverage. There was somebody with a beverage.
Yep, that was Jared Hale.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what else is cool, Jay?
What's that?
Downloading our free mobile app.
Oh, yeah.
Where can you do that if you're feeling cool?
Yeah, Google Play or Apple Store.
All you got to do is search.
104.3.
Boom. While you're in there, there's a little contest going on, Jay Henley. Where are we trying to send some people?
To the luxurious suite down at the Kia Center in Orlando, Florida, to watch the Magic play the Sacramento Kings.
You remembered who they're playing?
March 29th? Wow. No way.
Man.
This is crazy. This is unscripted.
Yeah, the whole thing typically is. But yeah, you got it all right. You got it all right. And what he's talking about is the ESPN Northwest Florida Holland Hearts Magic Express. You heard it here. You open up that app, you enter the contest, you have an opportunity to win 2 passes to watch those Magic host the Sacramento Kings on Saturday, March 29th from a luxurious suite where free food will be included. And this time, we went last year, but this time we're spending the night. So you and a busload of sports fanatics can ride on the Holland Hearts ESPN Northwest Florida Magic Express over there to Orlando. All you got to do is open up that free mobile app, enter the contest, and you'll know you're entered is if you close down the app and you go back in and you don't see the enter contest button anymore. That means you've entered it and you are in there. We appreciate PCB Hobby, Panama City Toyota, Holland Hearts, Fairfield Inn, Hampton Inn on Thomas Drive, and Home 2 Suites for sponsoring this fantastic opportunity for our ESPN Northwest Florida listeners. You can also, if you're looking to get a new vehicle, get your vehicle serviced, get a new boat, get your boat serviced, or get a used boat, whatever it may be, that's Kramer Marine and Outdoor. They can take care of all those needs for you. They sell the family of Sundance, Spider, Seaborn, and
Skeeter.
You can check out all that new and used inventory at KramerMarineandOutdoor.com, right there at the corner of Frankfurt 23rd Street, right there, as well as Bill Kramer GM Express Service, regular service. They got tires that cost. They'll service your vehicle, even if it's not a GM vehicle, but get yourself a new GM vehicle, and it'll pay for itself in a couple years with all the great opportunities and service and deals they got going on right now. You give dealership a call, 850-250-1403. Jay, what do?
They take good care of you.
They make it easy.
Yeah.
And they take great care of you.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Great care of you.
Jay makes it as tough as he possibly can and still takes good care of you.
Yeah, no, it's the opposite. Not polar opposite, but close. All right, you ready to fire this thing off?
Yeah, why not, right? How about the Tallahassee Democrat? This is where
you were this past couple days.
No, well, yeah, kind of. But I did get
you
this
seem
source.
more like a Panama City Republican type of guy.
Yeah, kind of am. I ain't gonna lie to you. But no, there's this Ed Ball. There's this Ed Ball guy, right?
Ball or Baugh.
And Lynn Haven Rob, call in if I do mess this up, because he has historical stuff all over Panama City, Port St. Joe. Ed Ball. This guy had a paper plant over in Port St. Joe back in the 1936.
Okay.
All right.
St. Joe started as a paper company, right?
Oh, okay. Well, this must all tie in. Ed Ball was a North Florida land baron and gazillionaire who opened
That's
the paper
very
mill.
specific.
Yeah.
Gazillionaire.
This is from a legitimate newspaper.
Yeah.
And they called him a
Let's
gazillionaire.
not get carried away with the legitimate.
I mean, aren't they like?
Yeah, no, they're a newspaper. Yeah, a real one. Yeah.
Yeah, right. All right.
Do
So
they have editors these days still, or is it just whatever? If the kids want to read it, it'll make sense.
that's right. But paper mill, Port St. Joe, 1936. It did not hurt Ball's checkbook balance that his brother-in-law was Alfred DuPont. Even if you couldn't see the smoke belching St. Joe paper mill on a clear morning when a strong sea breeze was blowing inland, you could smell it more than 60 miles away. The aroma was a mixture of burnt eggs and money. According to Floyd.
Burn money.
I know, right? According to Floyd Burton, my late friend who ran the corrugated box-making portion of the paper mill for Ball, the timeline was detoured. The timeline, talking about the Eastern and Central time zone, was detoured 30-some-odd miles because Ball wanted his factory to run on the same clock as the stock market in New York City.
Wow. Fun fact.
I mean, this guy can change time zones.
That's some serious clout if you can get time zones moved.
No.
Just for you and your business.
Doubt.
That's clout.
Yeah, because up in Bluntstown, the Apalachicola is, I guess, is the time zone difference, and then I guess as you come further south,
it takes a big old left turn.
Yeah, it takes a big old left turn.
Or west.
Yep. So Ed Ball could pretty dang well do what he wanted to do, Bruton said. That has a lot of truth to it. Ball may have stunk up the panhandle with his paper factory, but he saved Wakulla Springs from becoming a repository for old cars and refrigerators. He bought the spring in 1937 and built the Wakulla Springs Lodge. He put a fence across the river to block vandals and poachers from paddling upstream to trash the place and murder manatees. Man, that's brutal.
Why aren't people murdering manatees?
Those are beautiful. Beautiful.
They're so slow, too.
They are.
Like, try to murder like something faster, a little more challenging.
No kidding.
The sea cow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This story took a turn for the sad.
It did. It did. While Florida legend gives Ball credit for bending the time, the detour must likely happened several years earlier to accommodate and synchronize the train schedules in Port St. Joe, which was a busy hub of business and shipping in the early days of the 20th century. The Cantacorous penny-pinching, union-busting Ball was also famous for having a stiff belt of bourbon every day at 5:30 p.m., slow or fast time. He always delivered the same toast: confusion to the enemy. Is what he toasted, whatever that means. But, yeah, anyways, I thought that was...
must have been one of his enemies if you're confused about that.
I ran across that. I was like, that's kind of cool.
I thought that was a really cool afternoon delight debrief, honestly.
Yeah.
No sarcasm there.
Are you for real?
Yes, when I say no sarcasm, then yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't tell you if there was sarcasm, but I will tell you when there's not sarcasm.
Okay.
Usually you can figure out the one on your own. But yeah, no, it bent the time zone. Wow.
Clout.
That's impressive.
He was ballin'.
Oh, that's a pun, Jay.
He was balling. Shot calling?
20-inch blades on his chariot.
Yeah. That's right.
On his choo-choo train.
Might have even had him a Model T, huh?
Yeah, probably.
1936, what, Model T came out 33?
Something like that. A little Henry Ford action.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You had to spin that thing at the on the hood to get the engine.
Fire it up.
Yeah.
Literally crank the engine.
Yeah, you had to crank the engine.
And then when, the engine quit working, you just hook some horses up to it.
That's right.
It was a little bit heavier for them, but they like to work.
Horsepower, Jay.
Does 1 horse equal 1 horsepower? I don't know.
Yes.
Does it?
Yes.
You need a lot of horses to get up to that 300.
Them horses going to be singing in Daytona here in about 40 days.
Ooh, not that far away,
Yeah,
is
40
it?
days is in March.
No. Yeah, never mind.
I think he's thinking of an Adam Sandler movie or something.
It could be. Oh, yeah, Daytona's like February 16th.
It's like President's Day weekend, right?
Yeah.
It's coming up soon.
Like the week after the Super Bowl.
Yep. Sure enough. Good time, man. Good times. Yeah.
It's the one track I've been to.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Good time. A lot of fun. I learned a lot about the whole experience down there. But
That's great.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
I love it.
And the week before they have the 24-hour one?
No, they actually just had the 24-hour one, I
okay.
believe. Yeah, they have the Clash.
That's right. Yeah, it's not Le Mans, right?
Yeah, 24-hour Le Mans.
Okay. Jay, how long are you driving for?
Ooh, what is the longest you've been on the road for?
Man, great question.
Mm-hmm.
No more than probably 7.
I was going to say, you haven't been west of the Mississippi, so...
7 hours? That's it?
That's probably about it.
It's a little disappointing.
Nashville
take
takes...
that back.
How far is Nashville from here? About 6, 7?
Yeah, 7-ish, yep, absolutely.
I take that back. I drove from Atlanta to Dallas one time back about 10, 15 years
So
ago.
you have been west of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
You just tell lies all the time on this show.
No, they're not lies. They're just misremembrances.
Misremembrances. Fibs, some might
spend
say.
a lot of time west of the Mississippi, and I don't think you guys do either.
I fly back and forth between California every day, but you know,
Yeah.
I just got to go check on my Fox employees.
He just he hops on that Swift jet and he's ready to go.
Yes, sir.
Hangs out with the Kardashians.
Yep. He
in their
would.
jets. Yes, no.
All
Wayne.
3 of them.
Little
Chloe,
Wayne.
Courtney, and Kim.
Yeah.
Dang,
He
you know
knows the names.
Which one is your favorite of the 3?
They're all my favorite.
The mom.
What's her name? Chris?
Yeah.
A lot of K's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caitlin's his favorite.
But she did hers or he did his with a
C.
Yeah, why? Why ruin a
To
good
be
thing?
different.
Yeah. Well, I think he accomplished that. What a guy.
What?
Woman of the year.
iPhones with TikTok installed selling big on eBay after brief ban. Some iPhones with the TikTok app, which is currently unavailable in the Apple and Google stores, are fetching big bucks on eBay in wake of the video sharing app's brief ban in the United States. The video sharing platform returned for U.S. users on Sunday and Monday, but smartphone users who deleted the app during its brief ban have been unable to reinstall it due to its ongoing absence from the Apple and Google Play stores, where you can find the ESPN Northwest Florida app still. That is not banned. All you can do is search 104.3. Some iPhone users who didn't delete the app are now selling their devices on eBay, with some asking thousands of dollars for their phones. At least 2 iPhones listed as containing the app were sold after being listed for $10,000, but it was unclear what sum was actually paid by the buyers, as the complete listings note best offer accepted. One iPhone 15 was sold after 2 bids for a price of $3,100. Multiple other ongoing listings are attempting to sell the TikTok-enabled phones for prices ranging from $100,000 to $35,000, with one optimistic seller listing their iPhone 15 with TikTok and CapCut, a video editing with the same Chinese parent company as TikTok, asking $4.9 million.
Crazy.
Put your phone on eBay, Jay.
Yeah.
You got TikTok on there?
Uh-huh.
See?
I
I didn't realize, I had no idea that if you deleted it, you can't get it back.
didn't know that.
Did you delete it?
No. Should have.
I bet there's some OCD people in this world. It's like, all right, it's out. Like, they probably like, oh, it's got to go away from it.
No, I get it. You got to clean up your phone.
Yeah.
Totally.
I'm with you there. I mean, I try to clean up my apps as much as I can. So
I put them in
You need to
folders.
clean your mouth up a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I know.
You know how to start cleaning your mouth out? Clean your mind out first.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right.
Hopes that's not the same mouth you eat out of.
Boy. Ed Ball did find, one of our listeners, Ed Ball did found the St. Joe Company.
Yeah. Okay.
Let you bring everything together full circle today here on the Inside Drive.
How about that?
How about that indeed?
Sports.
Would you just look at it?
Would you just look at that? Jay, what do you think about, this is sports related, but we got Aaron Bearden coming up next. What do you think about Pete Carroll joining the Raiders?
It's a gamble.
I like that. You tied it all together with Las Vegas. That was good.
It's a gamble.
Kind of clever.
That's all I can say about Pete. But no, hey, I was doing some research. Yeah.
Man.
Doing some research. So most men basically hit their peak in their 60s and 70s as far as productivity. 63. Seriously. Yeah, I mean, I saw it on the internet.
You saw it on the internet,
Yeah.
so it's true.
Yeah.
I need to know your source.
So
Peak male productivity is in your 60s and your 70s?
100%.
I don't know if I can agree with that.
100%.
I feel like it's like maybe mid-30s, early 40s maybe, but I just don't know if it's 60s and 70s, Jay.
Well, your CEOs of your companies, the average age is 63 years old.
Okay, that makes sense because they've been in the business for a while to earn that opportunity to become the CEO. So productivity.
But are the CEOs more productive than the employees who are producing them plenty of vacations and money?
Yeah,
I like the way we're debunking this. I
don't know if it was really that hard to debunk.
With the more delegation, I guess, more productivity, right? It's like the more power, the more responsibility.
Productivity?
Who knows?
All right,
who knows?
Get to your
you
point.
are producing.
Get to your point. We're gonna
maybe Pete's peaking.
Peaking Pete?
Peaking Pete.
So he's peak productivity is what he's moving into right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you technically are somewhat of a CEO, right, when you're the head coach. So
True.
Way to draw the lines right there. You just parallel parked us right into a break, Jay.
Yeah, parallel lines are good for golf. You guys are listening to The Inside Drive. We get back. We'll be joined by Aaron Bearden from Instant Replay Sports Cards.
ESPN Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale Show.
Jeff, you wouldn't believe it. I walked to the radio station because I wanted to be here for the people on the radio. Nobody was here. I had to turn around and walk back home.
Pick up your I can't. You walked uphill both ways.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the reason I'm so much highly intelligent than these other people in this.
Weekday morning 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with ESPN Northwest Florida. Here is your weather forecast on this Friday afternoon. The rest of the day, sunshine and 50 with a light wind out of the northwest around 6 miles per hour. For tonight, clear skies with a light wind and a low near 32. Tomorrow, wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, sunny and a high around 54. For Sunday, mostly sunshine and a high of 59. This weather forecast is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for listening to ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Discover Kia at Bill Bird Kia. The road is yours in 2025. Let Kia take you on New Year adventures and drive away today in a new 2025 Kia from Bill Bird Kia. Now offering 1.9% APR up to 60 months on the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sportage. You'll get the perfect balance of comfort, safety, and technology. Bill Bird Kia is the home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Stop by and see us today at 2435 East 15th Street or anytime at BillBirdKiaPanamaCity.com. We'll treat you like family and give you the peace of mind you can trust.
Offer from Kia Finance America for the purchase of a new 2025 Kia Sportage with $17.48 per month per 1,000 finance and 60 months. Qualities limited, not to be combined with other finance offers. Not available on balloon financing. The 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty is a Bill Bird Kia warranty. See dealer for complete details. Offer for well-qualified buyers. Must take delivery from dealer stock through 2/3/25.
4. Don't mind me. I'm just playing through. Now back to the Inside Drive, live and local from the Bill Kramer Chevrolet Buick GMC and Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studios. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Cold outside, and she hands me a raincoat.
It's 3 a.m.
Why not a winter coat? It's cold outside.
I know, right?
I guess some raincoats are warm, especially
maybe she didn't want you to be warm.
Fair, absolutely fair. Jay Henley, ladies and gentlemen, bringing us in on Fun Friday. Also, it's Friday. It's our 12:20 segment, and I'm excited to talk to our good friend Aaron Bearden because I want to hear who won the Pro Bowl ticket contest that's been going on most of this month. Aaron,
What's that? You guys on there?
Yeah, we're here. We're here. I was bringing you in with who won the Pro Bowl ticket contest.
It's funny you should ask. Yeah, our buddy Cosmo won it. He's right here in the shop right now picking up the tickets.
Oh, awesome. Look at that. Timing is everything.
We're expecting a lot of good pictures and, hopefully have a great time there.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to remind all the listeners, that was a contest. If you spent $20 or more per day per person, you'd get an entry to win 2 tickets to the 50-yard line at the Pro Bowl, which is coming up not this weekend, but next Sunday or next weekend over there in Orlando. And the winner just picked up his tickets right then and there. Aaron, sounds like things are rocking and rolling down there in the shop. Obviously, a crazy week here in the Florida Panhandle, and hopefully you guys had a good week and survived all the snowfall.
Yeah, boy, what a weird one, huh? I've never seen snow here in my life. So I know we were talking about it last week on the air.
Yep.
That's that was a little bit much.
Yeah, real snow for once.
Yeah.
And I guess the last time that happened was back in 1989. So who knows how many years it'll be till the next one. But certainly something that all the kids and adults, in fact, will be talking about for years to come. Hopefully you didn't have too many interruptions of deliveries coming in. Any new stuff in the shop that came in this week, if it could?
A little, yeah. Topps Finest Basketball returned this week. Which is the first time Topps has had a Finest basketball release in, a lot of years, let's say. And it's really cool to come back. New configuration, 2 autographs per box. With that, as you may know, Topps got the NBA license starting at the first of the year. So expect to see a lot more Topps basketball product this year, as well as Topps WWE product.
Ooh, that's cool. That's cool.
All that will be coming this year. And then sometime later on this year, Topps Marvel cards as well for those comic book card collectors.
There'll be some nostalgia in that one, that's for sure. I certainly remember collecting those cards when I was a youngster and trying to complete those pages and those pictures. They were always a good time.
Yeah, it's weird, though. Topps got the license, but Upper Deck had spent years making the Marvel cards. So they had gone out and bought up all of the old designs. So a lot of the things like the old Fleer cards, we talked about that one time, like the Fleer, I think, Masterpieces or something like that, the old X-Men cards and stuff like that, the Ultras, those are all designs still owned by Upper Deck. So it's going to be interesting to see what Topps does with Marvel if they make it match some of their sport card designs. For example, next month Topps is coming out with Topps Chrome Football, which will be the first time they've done that in 10 years.
That'll be sweet.
And it will use the same design as this year's Topps Chrome Baseball had used. So it'd be neat to see if they kind of carry that, one design over across all the sets. I think one of the pros of that would be down the road, it's easy to look at a card and tell, oh, yeah, that was the, 2024 design across all the sports. Or that was, 2023, that's what that looked like. If you go back now and you try to look at Topps cards from the 50s and 60s across baseball, football, basketball, they're radically different designs from sport to sport, and sometimes one sport used a design that is almost identical to a design that had been used by a different sport in a different year. So it can get really confusing for a lot of particularly newer collectors to go back and figure that stuff out.
Gotcha. So there'll be some continuity potentially going forward. Now, where does Fleer work into all this? Because I remember a lot of the cards I had were Fleer cards for those Marvel cards.
Yeah. Well, Fleer as a company, Fleer was doing cards back in the early 60s. They could not get a license for baseball, so they had to make cards of retired players. And they stuck around and were making cards of various other things here and there. In 1981, courts finally broke the monopoly that Topps had on making baseball cards, and the ruling was Fleer and Donruss could make baseball cards as long as they didn't put gum inside them. So Donruss put a puzzle piece, Fleer put a sticker, and they were good to go. By the way, if you wonder why in 1981 Donruss and Fleer look awful, it's because they had about 4 to 6 weeks to design and piece their sets together. So it's a lot of bad photography, a lot of typos, a lot of stuff like that. But they got out on the market, and they got their act together pretty quickly. Fleer, by 1990 or so, they were, a pretty big player in cards, and they were getting, like, the Marvel license and things like that. So, they were putting out some really premium quality cards, a lot of that non-sports stuff.
Aaron, I know what used to fire me up, and I think it was Donruss that used to do it. They would do a check. Do you remember the checklist card? Do you remember that? Like, that always used to fire me up. I was like, man, because they counted that as a card, I think. I was like, man, I just got
It's
chipped.
part of the set.
No, you felt like you didn't get a card. Because
Yeah,
there was the checklist.
the checklist. Do you remember that, Ryan?
Not really. No.
No. Okay, I got you.
You're a little older than I am
Yeah,
too.
you
Though.
felt like you got shorted one card when that was.
Yeah.
Now, was the checklist
Yeah,
card
that's
on the
right.
checklist?
It was a checklist card.
It was usually that checklist was not on its own checklist. Usually checklists were like at the very end of the set. They were maybe the last 4 or 5 cards. So that checklist was not, it did not count itself. But on a lot of older sets, checklists that have not been marked upon are premium cards now because kids back then would mark which cards they had.
I'm
So
sure
somebody
they did.
now trying to put together a good high-quality set from the 50s or 60s, they're looking for checklist cards that weren't written on, and they're hard to come by.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Jay, you got any checklist cards floating around?
No, I always threw mine away.
Of course you did.
Yeah, there was something different by, say, the 80s and 90s, the checklist you would get. They were just a card with a list of names on it. Some of them in the, say, like in the 60s, they would have a player's face on the checklist. So you could have a checklist with Hank Aaron or Mickey Mantle or something like that. So those have become kind of collectible in their own right, even if they have been written on sometimes.
Yeah, very, very cool, Jay. You should have kept your checklist.
Should have.
Yeah.
Man.
But hey, Jay, did you hear the news?
What's that?
You know, we've been talking about the MLB debut rookie patch, Paul Skeens 101 auto that everybody's been looking for because of what the Pirates proposed to somebody that found that card. Just for refresh your memory, Jay, if the person would like to turn in and trade in that card, it would include 2 Pirates season tickets behind home plate for the next 30 years, meet and greet with Paul Skeens, 2 Paul Skeens autograph jerseys, a softball game for 30 at PNC Park with coaching from Pirates alumni, a private tour of Pirate City and Letcom Park, a Pirates game with Livy Dunn in her suite, courtesy of Livy Dunn. Well, Jay, that card was found. And the good news is, I mean, the kind of good news is it wasn't found by one of these millionaire collectors that buys up all the boxes just to find this card. It was actually found by an 11-year-old collector, and the Pittsburgh Pirates offer obviously still stands. So pretty cool. Pretty cool they found it.
What would you tell that kid right now to do if you had to talk to him? What would you tell him?
Let's ask the expert, Aaron. What would you tell the kid to do? Trade it in or keep that card?
I said it from the beginning when they announced it. I had some questions about their offer. A big one is, if you get those seats, can you put them up on something like StubHub or SeatGeek? Because that kid lives in California.
Yep.
He's not making it out to 81 Pirate home games a season. So if you can rent those seats out and make some money, I'll take the deal. Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. None of us know. As much talent as Paul Skeens has, we can't predict if he were to get, some awful injury or something like that. But Pirate seats for the next 30 years, that's a guarantee.
Yeah.
So I would sure take the possibility of selling those seats 81 times a year over what that card might do if something unfortunate would happen to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Because behind home plate, every home game, and obviously with the Pirates kind of on the up and up a little bit with Paul Skeens, and they had a decent year last year. Yeah, I mean that that's almost like an annuity kind of thing. If in fact you can, transfer and sell those particular.
Because those kind of seats, I guarantee you'll get $1,000 a minimum per game for 2 seats behind home plate. And when you market them as these are the Paul Skeens seats, sure, people are going to pay just to get in those. I did a tour at Fenway a few months ago, and they talked about there was a seat where, was it Ted Williams or Jimmy Fox? One of those guys had hit, this super long home run way up there, and it broke the seat. And people go up there every game to get a picture taken in that seat. And they said, you can still buy that seat, but it's really more trouble than it's worth because for 9 innings, people are constantly bugging you to let them take a photo of your seat. So the Paul Skeens seats would be something similar, I think, as long as he stays, in good form as a big star attraction. And for 30 years, you know what? There's going to be some superstar. The next Paul Skeens is not even born yet.
Yep.
You're still going to have those seats when that guy comes along.
Yeah, absolutely, and definitely think it's cool because, and you talk about this all the time. There's several really, really rich collectors that they just go around buying everything up, trying to kind of not corner the market, but essentially corner the market and have a lot better opportunity because they have so much money. So, to have an 11-year-old be the one that pulled this card, I think is pretty darn cool.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's all. We all like to think it's just some average 11-year-old kid who got really lucky and got the pull of a lifetime. I do hope that's what it is, and I hope that his parents have maybe got some good advice coming their way about what to do with this, because it's potentially this is a life-changing opportunity.
Yeah, no doubt.
Make the best of it.
No doubt. And here it is. It's been pulled. It's official. I think they put this offer towards the end of the season last season. So it's been about 5-6 months, something like that took it to be pulled?
Yeah, I don't think they've been out quite that long. But, yeah, it's been a couple of months for sure that this has been floating around out there.
It's only January. That's right. Never mind. Sorry.
And, here's the thing about that product, too. It's not like that's the only good card in there.
Yeah.
These MLB debut patches, they did them for something like 200 or 250 debuting players this season. So there's still a lot of guys out there you could pull that would be worth a lot of money, certainly more than what you pay for the box. And, it's hardly like that was the only card worth finding. It's not like the Willy Wonka tickets where once they're gone, all you got's a candy bar. Last year when they did those MLB debut things, the lowest guy on the totem pole that you've never heard of, his card would still sell for over $2,000.
Wow. Man, so that's it's a box that's got a lot of potential opportunity in there. That is for certain. And speaking of opportunity, Aaron, did you guys have the big break on Wednesday?
We did not because of the storm.
Yeah, I figured that much.
Yeah.
So
we'll see what happens, and we'll reschedule, make it happen. We love doing the big break. And we did it all through last year. We will keep it going into 2025. Hopefully this will be the only month where severe weather impacts it.
Yeah, no doubt. And what about all the big events come up, the Rip Night and the other big nights that you have over there? We still got a few more throughout the rest of this month.
Yeah, we had Rip Night last Saturday, which was really cool. We'll talk about next month in just a moment. This coming Wednesday, we are doing our very first ever Pokemon League play night, starting up a brand new league here at Instant Replay. So definitely if you're a Pokemon organized player, come on down, bring your organized play ID and all that so we can get you in the system. And, we'll start building that up and running tournaments and things like that down the road. Next month's Rip Night is going to be on February 22nd. We'll put it on the website today. It is going to be officially sponsored by Topps. Ooh. And this will be the week that Topps Chrome Football comes out. So expect to see a lot of that new Topps Chrome Football product being involved in Rip Night.
Yeah, it's going to be
a lot of fun.
Cool one. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, be right on the heels of the Super Bowl and knowing who the winner is. I think we can probably all make a somewhat educated guess based on previous years, who's got a pretty good chance, at least.
Yeah, no doubt. Washington Commanders.
But, yeah. The team you can't go wrong betting on throughout history.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
But no, really, there are 4 good, strong teams up there. It's hard in this current era to bet against the Chiefs, but, there's good competition out there right now.
Absolutely. So. You've seen a lot of, obviously, demand for the Jaden Daniels rookie cards, considering the type of season that he's had. He could end up being the first rookie quarterback to go to the Super Bowl. And obviously he's in line to win Offensive Rookie of the Year as well. So obviously C.J. Stroud was the hot commodity last year. And I think Jaden Daniels has went even above and beyond that C.J. Stroud demand. Fair to say that?
Yeah, well, they both took teams that nobody thought were going to be major contenders instantly, and they've turned them into winning clubs the first year. So that's pretty cool because a lot of quarterbacks in the last 10 years, it kind of took them a couple of years to get their footing, get their bearings in the league. Yeah. And Stroud and Daniels just kind of, they hit the ground running.
Absolutely. Special talent, no doubt about it. I know you had sent me a pretty cool pull from the Leaf Electrum product there, and kind of was that an autograph on the front and the back of that card?
Yes, front and back auto to 10.
Oof.
Barry Sanders on one side, Emmitt Smith on the other side.
Pretty notable NFL running backs, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, how many cards are you going to make with two players where Emmitt Smith is relegated to the back of the card? You know, that's a pretty heavy combo right there.
So is that something that's new from Leaf in that particular card, or is that just was a kind of a one-off anomaly?
We've seen back and front dual signed cards in the past. I think pretty much all the companies have done them. Topps used to do something called a co-signers card with two autos. Panini has done it before with their, I think, passing the torch autos, where they were front and back, which I think were Donruss even before Panini on them. But, it happens sometimes. It's not always the easiest thing to display because you can only see one side of the card at a time, right?
Yeah.
But it is cool to have both of them on one card and to kind of give each guy, sort of his own, he's good enough to have his whole side of the card to himself.
Yeah, no doubt. Pretty solid, that's for sure. Aaron, real quick before we got to take a break, I know you got your normal kids club coming up tonight.
Yes, it's 6:00 tonight. Bring those kids down. Put a coat and a hat on them, but bring them down. We're going to do a lot of fun breaks, opening packs with the kids. Get to trade cards with each other, learn about collecting. It's a really good time. We keep the breaks to $10 or less. And we've got Kids Club T-shirts. They buy a Kids Club shirt. Anytime they wear it in the shop, they get 10% off packs. And then we have a couple of days a week where they already get 10% off their packs with being in the Kids Club, so they get 20% off on those days.
Ooh, double down.
It's definitely, bring the kids in and inquire about that tonight. It's worth it to buy a shirt one time. They buy 3-4 packs, they'll, start getting their money back off of that. And then tomorrow, of course, our break's at noon for a lot of hobby product. A little bit higher end stuff than what we're doing with the kids. Should be a lot of cool cards coming out of that as well. And like I said, Wednesday night, we got the Pokemon thing happening. So Pokemon players, come down and check out a new Pokemon league. Doesn't preclude you from playing in any other Pokemon leagues. So that's just kind of its own thing. So come down and have a good time.
There you go. That's Instant Replay Sports Cards down there in the Stanford Station Shopping Plaza, right next to Academy Outdoors and the Sweet Frog Creamery. You guys are listening to the Inside Drive. Aaron, have a great weekend. We look forward to talking to you next week.
Certainly. You guys take care. Everybody come see us.
All right. Well, we get back. We're going to announce the winner of the Snowman competition. We've got 8 great finalists, and Jay, I think one of them is a little bit further ahead than
a blowout.
Everybody else. Hopefully, we don't see that kind of blowouts in the conference championships this weekend. You guys listen to the Inside Drive. We'll be right back.
Weather in the Panhandle never stops. Turn to 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
This is Joanna with your latest forecast.
We're up to the minute weather reports all day long.
A chance of thunderstorms and moderate rain.
In-depth storm coverage.
Hurricane Helene.
And breaking weather as it happens.
We do have a tropical storm warning.
ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
At Broglon and Pest Control, we're proud to be awarded the distinction of being Quality Pro certified.
Our technicians have passed rigorous training in eco-friendly application and prevention of pest treatments.
Part of the program is the practice of integrated pest management.
IPM's goal is to prevent pests from ever entering your home. It includes inspection, prevention, education, and, when necessary, application.
We're proud to be Quality Pro certified.
Broglon and Pest Control, the standard and level of trust.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Smothers at 784-6601. 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
Don't just wait for the big game. Bet on big playoff games every weekend. Only on Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us and turn playoff predictions into paydays. If your team season is already over,
Looks like they're headed home early.
it only takes $1 to make any game interesting.
And we're back. What a game.
Download Hard Rock Bet. Win your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable in bonus bet up to $100. Not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Live from the 19th hole.
I can't believe you're a professional golfer. I think you should be working at the snack bar.
It's the Inside Drive from the Bill Kramer Marine and Outdoor Studio.
The price is wrong.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
When you hear twin fiddles and a steel guitar, you listen to the sound of the American heart. And Opry music on a Saturday night brings a smile to your face and a tear to your eye. Sing a song about the heartland, the only place I feel at home. Sing about the way a good man works until the daylight's gone.
Until the daylight's gone. That's what you do, Jay. You work until the daylight's gone.
That is pure country.
Like the name of it?
Oh, kind of, yeah.
The genre.
The genre. And the movie.
And the movie.
With George Strait.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pure country?
Pure country.
There you go. I'll have to check it out.
Oh, you have not watched
He had a
Pure
mustache
Country.
in that one, didn't he?
That mustache.
He had a beard, and then he got off tour because he didn't like the lights and he didn't like the touring. So he
didn't like the.
He didn't like the fact that it wasn't pure country. It was pure entertainment. He didn't like that.
That's right.
Too
yeah.
mainstream.
That's right.
Too mainstream.
So he went and got a haircut and got his beard cut so nobody would see him, and and then he started to.
But he
fall
left
in
the
love.
stash.
I don't know. No, he went clean shaven. Yeah, he went clean shaven. Yeah, but now I saw George over the CMA Awards like a few weeks ago. Man, he's gotten old.
That's what happens.
That's what happens.
I thought you were going to say something else like, oh, he's looking good.
He's still looking good, though. I mean, he's still, yeah.
Hey.
Top 5 good-looking country artists. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, George Strait's right there.
Jay Henley.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
I ain't got nobody else.
On to the snow. Hey, the snow picks. Come on, let's go.
Snow picks?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited to see who.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we narrowed it down. We had almost 100 total people comment pictures of their snowman from.
Sad that my snowman didn't make it.
It was close.
Yeah.
It was close.
Whatever.
It was like 9. It was like 9.
9?
Close to 10.
Oh,
close
wow.
to 10. The,
really just need to go bury my head in the snow right now.
Yeah.
What's left of it?
Yeah.
Hey, there's plenty of it. I mean, it's more than we've ever seen. What's left is still more than what we've seen in a long time.
No doubt.
Still
no
makes
doubt.
me happy just seeing it out there.
Well, our eight finalists. The first one was Jeff Simpson's Mardi Gras snowman.
That's LSU Jeff.
Yeah, that is LSU Jeff.
Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. His snowman was looking good. Rachel Dins, if I pronounced that name correctly, they got 59 likes on their Hurricanes cheerleading snowman, looking good with the bow in the top. And then Jordan Willenborg, they had a massive snowman, over 7 feet tall, looking good with the kids in the picture on that one as well. And then Mark McLean had Steve Flurrier, the Florida Gators, which got quite a few likes as well. 66 likes on that one. Had the Gators helmet on and everything, and the fun caption with Steve Flurrier. Jay, who was Steve Flurrier in reference to?
Steve Spurrier.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You got a visor on.
I do. An ESPN Northwest Florida visor.
Yeah. Blue, too.
Represent, man. I don't know which one you're representing more. Are you representing the radio station or your golf squad?
The radio.
Oh, okay. You
still
still back
golf-
in 2025?
You still a golf coach?
Got that Golf Plus Dothan hat.
Yeah, I do.
Rocking that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It almost looks like the Dynasty logo.
It does.
That's on my shirt
I know.
or hoodie.
Yeah.
All right, back to 2025. You coaching anywhere?
Well, we'll see. We got a banquet this Wednesday, and
I know.
so-
Same day as Sailor's. Yeah, it's coming up quick, man.
It is. Yeah. So I'm
She
looking
ready?
forward to that. Yeah, I think she is.
That's a long time to go to have a banquet for the end of the season, is it?
Man,
It's a different
look,
year.
Look, I know. I mean, look, the holidays happened, and then the cold weather, and it just then
the cold weather.
Scheduling isn't one of your strong suits, huh? Which is ironic because that's kind of what you do for a living, is you schedule golf lessons.
Next year, let's go early December.
Yeah,
because y'all's last golf tournament's like right before Thanksgiving, right?
Depending on how far they go, yeah.
Because the kids probably forgot how to play the game of golf since.
Yeah,
that's why he's doing this preseason,
the training camp.
Yes, training camp.
Yeah.
Next one, we had a Mosley cheerleading snowman from Elisa Gardner. That one got 8 total likes.
I was thinking that one was being one of the schools around here. I felt like that one was going to get a lot more love.
And then Lori Rogers had a very traditional snowman scarf, had the buttons going down, had a hat on, carrot nose, all that stuff. That one got 29 total likes. I think that would have been the third place one. And then, of course, Jared Hale got 23 total likes with his boozing snowman, who,
pretty big snowman, too.
And good form there from the to be able to sculpt the arm with that kind of perfection. I can't tell what the kind of type of beer the snowman's having. He's double fisting too. He's got a bottle in his arm.
Might be apple cider.
Yeah, could be apple cider. Some warm apple cider. And then, of course, our winner is Jesslyn Garza and her 2 cute little twins there who built this little teeny tiny snowman. That one absolutely dominated the competition, Jay. 150 total likes on that one. So, Jesslyn, we'll either message you, or if you're listening, you can give us a call, 850-215-6290, and we'll find a way to get you those gift certificates. Probably going to have to come by the station to snag those, but it is not only a gift certificate to Major Smokehouse, but also a gift certificate to Dat Boot Store. Not the boot store, Jay, but that boot store. So we appreciate everybody, not only who sent in their awesome snowman picks, but all the participants in helping us choose a winner and vote for the snowman. We don't get a chance to do that very often, so it was pretty exciting that we had an opportunity for people to make snowman here in the Florida Panhandle.
Do you want to build a snowman?
And ride your bikes around the hall. My company is overdue. I'm tired of talking to the pictures on the wall. I've seen Frozen a couple of times. That was big when Ryan was growing up. So.
Yeah, that's great.
Do you know what time it is now, Jay? Not physical, not the actual time.
12:51.
That is true.
I was going to give a shout out to, the middle school boys basketball jamboree did get postponed yesterday, but it is happening tomorrow at North Bay Haven. Game 1's North Bay Haven versus Bozeman. And then game 2, that's at 11 a.m. And then tip-off for the game 2 is North Bay Haven and Merritt Brown. And then game 3 is at 1 o'clock, and that's Bozeman versus Merritt Brown over at North Bay Haven.
And then starting Monday, going throughout the basketball season, we'll be talking about coaches, players, teams, all that kind of stuff right here on the Inside Drive. Awesome. And of course, the soccer jamboree for middle school girls gets underway tomorrow as well. We'll be over there at Rutherford playing Bay Haven and Rutherford. Cool. So looking forward to getting that going. Weather's supposed to be nice next week. We're supposed to have a big 6 in front of the high temperatures next week.
I'm ready.
It's going to be hot. It is going to be hot.
Yeah.
Break out the shorts again. All right, Jay, we got to do it quick. We're back in action. 145, 183, and my lowly 132. All right, we'll start with the conference.
What am I at?
You're at 183.
What is
he
Jay?
Just wanted to
No. I really didn't. What is Jay at?
145.
Okay.
Yeah. He's getting closer. Not too close, but last week it was 6, 6, and 5. All right, this week we got the 2 conference championship games, 4 college basketball games, and 4 hockey games. All right, Jay, we're starting with the Commanders and the Eagles. What do you got?
I said it earlier. I'm going with the Eagles.
E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles. David Hayes?
You spelled that wrong. It's actually E-G-L-S-E-S.
I saw that.
And I'm also going to go with the Eagles here. One that will pad my stats a little bit right there. And I'm rooting for the Commanders. I think the Eagles win.
Well, I think the Commanders keep this magical run going. Sometimes these things happen, and I don't know. It just something about the Eagles. Their defense is unbelievable, but I think Commanders get out ahead and kind of, cruise a little bit, and Jaden Daniels continues the lore of Jaden Daniels. Bills at the Chiefs. David Hayes, you go first in this one.
I also will be rooting for the Bills in this game, but, there was a very intelligent fella on at 12:20 talking about another intelligent fella. I'm not going against the Chiefs, so I'll be rooting for the Bills, but again, I think that the Chiefs win and we get a Chiefs-Eagles rematch in the Super Bowl.
Ooh. No holding call this time, Jay.
No
holding call in the Super Bowl this time. And they're going to run that play.
It'll be pass interference this time.
Yeah. You got legal contact defense. Automatic first down. I'm going to go with the Bills because they got to lose eventually, and I think it happens this weekend. Jay?
Let me see. I think the Bills
will be down 2 already, David. Right off the get-go this week.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills.
All right.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bills.
All right. So you're going to go 1-for-1. David's going to go 2-0, and I'm going to go 0-2.
Yeah.
All right. All right, next, moving on to the basketball world. We've got Tennessee at Auburn, College Game Day. That'll be right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. I don't know if Cardwell or Janai Broome are playing or not. Let's hope at least Cardwell's playing. I got to go with the Auburn Tigers at home to beat number 6 ranked Tennessee. Jay Henley, who do you got?
Let's go Auburn Tigers.
All right, David Hayes.
Man, I really think that there's an upset brewing. But because it's at Auburn, I'm going to take the War Eagles here.
Yeah, that's all beach chickens. I thought last week might have been it, and especially when Cardwell went down. But yeah, going with Auburn as well. All right, 3 Auburns in that one. Next, we got Ole Miss at Missouri. Jay, it's back to you.
Ooh. Don't know much about these teams. I'm going Ole Miss.
All right, David Hayes.
Man, what's Missouri's record?
Pretty.
If you don't worry about it, you don't got to bring it up. I'll
pretty
just
solid.
Are you going Ole Miss or Missouri?
He went Ole Miss.
No, you.
Oh, it's your pick, not
I know.
mine.
Yeah, because I was just going to cancel it out. I'll go Ole Miss here.
Right.
Is it at Missouri, though?
I believe, yes, it is. It is.
I'm still going to go Ole Miss. They had a tough one last Saturday, so.
All right, yeah, against Mississippi State. Missouri is 15-4 and 4-2 in the SEC, and they are currently ranked 22nd in the nation. All right, so he's going Ole Miss. I was going to do what you were going to do, and I'm going to go Missouri. K-E-Y-M-O-U, Missouri. All right. Next, we got Houston at Kansas. Kansas dropped all the way down to 14th in the country. David, you're picking first in this one. Houston's 15-3, 7-0 in the Big 12. Kansas 14-4 and 5-2 in the Big 12.
Man, I really like the way that Houston shuts things down, but Kansas has had a couple of tough losses this year.
Yeah.
Give me the Jayhawks.
All right. I'm going to go with Jay's favorite, the Cougar. So I'm going to go with Houston to beat Kansas and stay undefeated in Big 12 conference.
Is it really a Cougar if you're the same age as them?
I don't know.
Huh.
You got to be in the 60s for them to be a Cougar, huh? Or they got to be in their 60s.
Yeah, probably. I would think so.
I consider Beth a Cougar, and she's 11 months older than I am.
There you go.
All right, Jay, pick a team.
The Jayhawks are such a pretty bird. Pretty bird.
Pretty bird.
Going
Pretty
Jayhawks.
Bird. All right.
You sold our... Do you remember that part?
Yeah.
Yes.
You sold our bird, Petey, to a blind kid? All right, it's 12:57.
Oh,
we ran out of time. We ran out of time. All right, LSU, Alabama.
LSU.
That worked brilliantly. All right, we'll finish this off.
This ain't football, boy.
Yeah, no. David Hayes, LSU, Alabama.
Come on now, roll with a daggum Tide, son.
I'm also rolling with those Tide. They're going to kill LSU. Y'all have a great weekend. Championship games on Sunday. Auburn plays Tennessee tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. kickoff right here on ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd.